Today's video is a really special one because I'll be revealing an interesting secret. Yes, the top Shib Whales have been keeping a secret to themselves for a while, but it has finally been leaked, and I'll be revealing it in this video. I'll also be revealing a pretty honest opinion of what to expect from the crypto market. Make sure to stick around till the very end so that you don't miss any single detail. Disclaimer. Getting right into it. We've been seeing SHIB purchases increase in the few days in 2023, which is great. Whether this is because of the Shibarium update that the dev team made recently and we covered in yesterday's video, or just because people are coming to love SHIB, the bottom line is that more people are purchasing. And a good number of the people who have been purchasing are whales. SHIB is now one of the most traded crypto assets by the largest crypto investors in the past 24 hours. The average trading volume of SHIB among these whales was about 856 million SHIB tokens. But what's even more interesting is that analysts are saying that there is an added layer of positivity to these purchases, and that is tied to the fact that most of the trading volume was from SHIB sales. Yep, quite shocking, I know. According to You Today, the Shiba Inu token has become both one of the most sold and one of the most bought tokens by whales, with average values of 510 million SHIB and 346.3 million SHIB respectively. Funnily, the token was higher in the second list than in the first, suggesting that not only SHIB alone was affected by the sale, and the purchases here were more pinpointed. So yeah, SHIB has been sold in larger chunks than they have been purchased, but it does look like there have been more purchases altogether than sales. This will explain why the amount of SHIB in the collective wallets of the largest Ethereum whales has increased instead of reduced in the past 24 hours. Even more interesting is the fact that the increase has been massive. The collective wallets of these whales have increased by a whopping 23 billion SHIB in just 24 hours. Having said that, we almost always have to circle back to trying to figure out why whales have been purchasing lots of SHIB in recent times. I mean, 23 billion SHIB tokens in 24 hours is a lot, and the move seems to indicate that something huge is coming. If something huge is coming, these whales would probably be one of the first people to figure it out and get into it. So who knows whether that's what's going on. Anyway, SHIB is now the token with the 10th largest share in the portfolio of the largest Ethereum whales. So, do with that what you will. Moving on from that, let's talk about how much people are making from SHIB. People who entered the Shiba Inu market late in 2022 might not know this, but there are people who have made millions from investing a couple of dollars in SHIB. A good number of these people got into the market almost immediately after it was launched in August of 2020. When the token was trading with a lot of zeros, making it really affordable. They invested a couple of $100s and in a relatively short time they were millionaires. Some others invested a bit more and, well, made a bit more. For instance, one lucky person spent $2,233 purchasing about 3.49 trillion SHIB between November and December of 2020. At this time, SHIB was still trading with 10 zeros, which is why the investor could buy more than 3 trillion SHIB with about 2K. Of course, this is not possible anymore, considering that SHIB now trades with about 4 zeros, but it is still relatively affordable. Speaking of zeros, in the wake of SHIB deleting many of its zeros, the 2K SHIB investment grew to a whopping $23 million, which the investor pulled out in December of 2022. What this means is that in just about 2 years, this investor was able to convert $2,233 to $23 million. This is definitely not something that happens every day or with every cryptocurrency, but this investor just managed to make the right investment with the right token. Now this is just one story in a long list of stories of the average Joe making it big by getting into Shiba Inu early enough. In one of my other videos, I talked about how a truck driver made millions of dollars by investing just $650 in SHIB back in 2020. The money that this former truck driver earned from the right investment was enough for him to retire on and live his best life basically. Stories like these encouraged many people to enter into the Shiba Inu ecosystem in the following weeks and months. However, some are probably now wondering whether they should have, and that's because most people who entered into the market late in 2021 have not made as much profit as those who entered back in 2020. But does this mean that the Shiba Inu boom is behind us? Has Shiba Inu lost its ability to make people millionaires? Well, I don't think it is, and I don't think it has. But before we get into that, this channel has a daily giveaway of 100,000 SHIB. For a chance to participate in this giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment below #ShibaInu. Good luck! Also, there's now a membership option on this channel. Becoming a member gives you access to a private group chat with me where we get to discuss crypto gems, finances, and success. If you are interested, hit the membership button. Granted, we might not see that kind of crazy profit based on so little capital again. Not because SHIB is dead, but because it has a higher value now than it did in 2020. So you would need to invest a bit more to make a lot of profit, same as the OG coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum. However, I do believe that Shiba Inu holders could still make significant profits from their tokens. A number of things have to be put in place, of course. For instance, the launch of Shibarium could help make SHIB more affordable to trade and generally give the Shiba Inu project more credibility, both of which could make SHIB more attractive. And then SHIB burns would help create a scarcity that should logically increase the value of SHIB. With these factors in place, stories of SHIB making people millionaires might move from being a thing of the past to being a thing of the present. Speaking of which, let's talk about SHIB's price prediction for 2023. There's no need flogging on the dead horse of 2022 being a terrible year for the entire crypto market, including the big one, Bitcoin. In fact, gold performed significantly better than Bitcoin, which is kind of worrying because earlier in the year, there were debates about Bitcoin being a better inflation hedge than gold. But with the 2022 performance, it looks like that debate might no longer be valid. Anyway, what do the analysts say 2023 has in store for Bitcoin regarding its price? Well, News Bitcoin records that for the coming year 2023, Arcane Research expects that contagion effects will probably continue in early 2023, but we view it as likely that the majority of 2023 will be less frantic and borderline uneventful compared to the last 3 years, Arcane Research predicts. In addition, Arcane Research expects another catalyst from Europe, namely the passage of the MiCA Act by the European Parliament in February of 2023. The core prediction for 2023 remains that Bitcoin will recover despite the tightening macroeconomic situation and that now is an excellent area to build gradual Bitcoin exposure. So basically the prediction is that 2023 might yet be bumpy, but we could see Bitcoin start regaining its favorite position. Now, if you have been in the crypto market for a while now, you know why we are talking about Bitcoin when we discuss SHIB's price prediction. Any movement that happens with Bitcoin affects the rest of the crypto market, including Shiba Inu. So it looks like we might be seeing more rocky movements with SHIB as well, but with an eventual positive movement. What do you think? Also, I should mention that this is not financial advice. Make sure you do your own research before making any decisions regarding your tokens. With that, we come to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed the video, then please like this video and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.